Hello. Happy Mondays. Welcome to Daddy Daily. The U.S. Department of Commerce announced new regulations strengthening the prohibition on exports of critical electronics, such as semiconductors, to the Chinese company of Huawei, who manufactures and ships millions of semiconductors worldwide. The Chinese government said they'd enforce several countermeasures against U.S. companies in China. Apple, Cisco, and Qualcomm could all be in China's crosshairs, and this would mean higher operating costs and millions lost in Chinese audits and investigations. The Apple board of directors will thankfully stay unaffected, since the iPhone will now cost $4,999. Now clap. Apple has made many compromises to do business in China, like hiding the emoji of the Taiwanese flag from its keyboard amid the Hong Kong protests, and deleting quotes from the Chinese version of its app due to the news outlet's coverage of the protests. Apple capitulates to China's demands, arguing that it's the cost of operating in China, and that the Chinese people are better off with a big US firm around than without one. Workers at the Chinese iPhone plant were unavailable for comment, as many of them committed suicide to escape the brutal, hellish, unrelenting torture that was once their jobs. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar said Sunday that he has not seen any new spikes in coronavirus cases in the states that recently reopened non-essential businesses. Some states are reporting higher cases of infections, like Texas, South Carolina, and Wisconsin, but the Trump administration doesn't consider this a spike. Alex Azar said as more tests are available, cases get reported and infection rates go up. So I guess stop testing people and the number goes down, and we all pretend like it doesn't exist? Ignorance. The new vaccine for COVID-19. Available now. They did it. They really did it. Several protests have taken place in Los Angeles County over the past week to oppose a government initiative called Project Roomkey. Roomkey provides shelter to the homeless who are most vulnerable to complications caused by the respiratory syndrome by placing them in hotels, most of which have been closed to commercial visitors since March. Residents are protesting this measure as they claim the unaffected homeless will put their communities at risk of having homeless people, I guess. The protesters do want high-risk members of the homeless community to be protected, just someplace else. I've never heard this before. Well, we here at Daddy Daily have some ideas about dealing with the homeless during the pandemic in a segment we like to call Just a Suggestion. Mar-a-Lago is nice. Donald Trump can charge the government millions more by opening up his crappy hotels to the homeless. Not to worry about soiling up the place, as reviews of his hotels are less than stellar. The guy's a slumlord from New York. All his places smell like barrels of urine. Oak barrels with just a hint of mesquite. It really opens up the sinuses. Space. By force. The Space Force can round up all the homeless and shoot them to the moon. While there, the homeless can make themselves useful by mining lunar resources and sending them back to Earth. Carbon fiber Tesla, thanks space hobos. Send them all to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Speaking of space hobos, the employees already look homeless. Why not add authenticity to the grungy look and feel of the Star Wars universe by filling the town with stinky homeless people? Look, the films are garbage we all have to sift through. Wait 6 months. Then we will all be homeless. As the unemployment rate rises and food prices soar, it's only a matter of time before everyone is homeless. Then who cares what we do? Time to watch Mad Max to pick up a few pointers. Stock up on chrome spray paint. It's for next year's Jesus. Thank you for watching Daddy Daily. Please Caligula and subscribe to Del Toros, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.